85% of today's affluent travel and leisure visitors are choosing authentic experiences above traditional high-end services as the reason why they visit a particular holiday destination. Executive Vice President and Publishing Director of Condé Nast Traveler Bill Wackerman says exclusivity is driving the hospitality industry as visitors express interest in experiences that are real and not necessarily expensive.
What is authenticity for this consumer? What does it really mean? What it means for them is cool versus fancy and real. And our research has told us that for this traveler, this affluent traveler in the US, a fish taco truck on the side of the road, that's the best fish taco they've ever tried, is of equal value to a 5-star restaurant, right? And that is earth-shattering because the generation that came before them, that was in the late 40s, thought fancy was better, right? Expensive had to feel a certain way. It meant white linen tables. It meant a lot of things that I'm sure all of you know. Today, this consumer is less interested in that and more interested in what's real, right? And that is driving it. In fact, 85% of them say cultural experiences engaging with the authentic community is one of the #1 primary reasons why they take a trip. And so why is that? I just asked you this, what's cool versus fancy, just so you know. So everyone wants to be cool. I know everyone here is cool, but everyone wants to be cool. And if you don't believe me, think it when you look in the mirror, right? Anyone do this. Have you ever looked in the mirror and said, this is what they're wearing? Well, who's the they? The they could be like a 28-year-old kid that you saw on Us Weekly or whatever it may be, right? But everyone looks in the mirror and thinks they want to be where something cool is happening. And cool doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be real. Next. Exclusivity. Smaller but better is driving this market for this consumer. They want smaller and better. They want, as I said, it to be authentic. This could be a great old, hut that was converted into a hotel. I don't know what it is, but they're looking for smaller and better. And better could be higher priced, or better could just be, as I said, a cooler experience.
Wackerman was presenting on the topic tourism and lifestyle at the 5th annual BVI Business Outlook Conference held at the Scrub Island Resort on January 14th, held under the theme, Moving Beyond Your Own Bubble. Managing Director at Myriad Marketing, Al Mershon, is known for conducting marketing presentations throughout the world. He says 90% of BVI's visitors are repeat visitors, with 1% seeing name brand hotels as important.
90% of the people who come to BVI are repeat. You guys should just have your backs up and your shoulders stretched because that's a damn good statistic. Okay? You just don't see that. I bet Disney would like that, and they don't even have it. So the fact that there's this loyalty is a really strong attribute for BVI. They're willing to go the extra mile. Let's face it, it's not the easiest place to go to. So if I went through all those steps and I had such a good time, I'm willing to come back, that makes a strong statement. And this was really interesting. Only 1% considered name brand hotels important to them. It goes back to, I think, some of the stuff that Bill was talking about. It's not the names. I don't need the Ritz-Carlton. I don't need the Four Seasons. I need that experience. And I also think what's happened is this is probably the TripAdvisor effect. If I'm going to come to BVI and I look and there's a Ritz-Carlton and I look at TripAdvisor and the response is, it's okay. And then I look at Four Seasons, the response, it's okay. But then I see Russell's Inn. And much to my surprise, all the responses, 5, 5+, love it, Russell knows what he's doing, so on and so forth. What do? I pass on the Four Seasons, and I pass on the Ritz-Carlton, and I go to Russell's. There's also kind of a cachet of this place isn't overbuilt. It's not for tourists, it's for travelers. And that makes a big difference. And quite frankly, when I come down here, it's just for me. And that's what I want, and that's the experience I want. So with that, our positioning was to find that middle ground. There, the BVI traveler finds the secrets that match up with the BVI offerings. And once they have that, they have their ultimate experience.
Myriad Marketing works extensively with tourist boards from around the world, including the BVI Tourist Board. Other topics addressed at this year's BVI Business Outlook Conference included financial services, pivoting to Asia, and entrepreneurship. BVI Business Outlook Conference brings together leading private sector CEOs, MDs, and top government officials on other key influencers of the BVI economy.